Waiting on a check-in from Brett and Pete. Brett and Pete, no check. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and line them up. David on the 1, Dean Holland on the 2, Brett Tidd on the 3, George Spry 4, Andrew Alfano 5, Lawton Connolly on the 6, Michael Goldberg on the 7, and Pete Dickerson on the 8. Dean Holland on the 2. Dean Holland on the 2. Brett Tidd. Race 1, sir. Brett Tidd. Okay, all right, okay. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we're going, I believe we are going to get a grid painted, guys, so hang tight.
All right, everybody, that's a short walkabout around the Lake Waccamaw facility here in Fall Brawl. If you guys are on the fence of coming to this event in the following year or the program, don't be. Come on down. We got, there's going to be 2 races here next year. We're looking forward to it. We haven't got the dates for program yet. We will know probably, I think it's going to be a little earlier than what it was this year. So put it on your list. Stay tuned to all the racing. We're going to be live on the BeachRC YouTube, as well as the BeachRC Facebook and Fall Brawl Facebook. And don't forget, we're also going to be at the 12 Scale Worlds next week in Cocoa Beach with myself, Danny, Gene, and Patrick, bringing you all the best coverage that you can get. With that said, Nitro is glory. E-buggy is definitely paying some bills here. E-truggy is the future, and Lefty is out. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the 22nd edition of the Fall Brawl. But for the first time ever, the Fall Brawl is on the roof here in Lake Waccamaw, North Carolina. We are here racing. We was here in August for the RC program. Myself and the WRCE crew, or Elite RC production crew as we're now called. So we know a little bit to expect, but we have over 400 entries here this weekend. We have a big contingent of guys from the Northeast. Of course, we have people from the Southeast here all gathered to race. We have Ryan Lutz, Cole Ogden, here are the top pros. Actually, Ryan Lutz is pitting over there. I'll show you, but he's not there at the moment. We're going to take a little walkabout, see what people think of the track, show you guys the facility a little bit, and yeah, to see what people think of the overall thing. I have been on the track. I wouldn't call what I was doing racing or trying to. It's more like just trying to get around the track. It's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit loose up there, but it's the same track for everybody. It's actually holding up pretty good. There are some rough spots, but it's actually holding up pretty good. They're not watering in it. They did do some water last night on the outside on the fluff. Maybe we'll find Lucas and find out why he thinks that we shouldn't water it and get his opinion on it. But I think we're in store for some good racing here. We have some really fast regional guys from the Northeast and of course here in the Southeast. And we're looking forward because we have practice until 2 o'clock today. Then we do the control practice by your name, by alphabetic order, and then we'll do 1 qualifier. We're scheduled to be going to about 10 o'clock tonight, barring any interruptions. With that said, let's take
Alrighty, guys, is that Pete right there? I need Pete to the number 8. Pete to the number 8. Pulling up to the number 8 there, Pete.
Pete Dickerson.
There we go. Alrighty, guys, Lance is going to finish painting the grid, but I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys loose. So, marshals, look alive. This is a 10-minute or 5-minute F-main, guys. 5-minute. 8 will enter. Only 3 will advance. Here we go. Marshals, look alive. Drivers ready. Marshals ready. Less than 5. Here we go. This is our Sportsman e-buggy F-main. F-main. Easy, guys, easy. 5-minute race. So it will be David leading them off from pole as they coming into the roller. I don't think they're used to the track being this new. Got to figure themselves out like, wow, I could actually go over this now. Wow. Oh, Marshall, triple lander, triple lander. Triple lander, all clear. Triple lander, caution, got carnage at the triple, carnage at the triple. Easy, guys, keep it in the middle. Use what you need, not what you got. Oh, Marshall at the drop-off on the left-hand side. Watch yourself, Austin. All clear? Woo! All right, so David going to lead him around lap number 1, and that's solid orange. I believe that's an Associated. You got Dean Holland in that number 2 spot, George Spry in that final transfer, and a gaggle of cars behind him.
4
So
minutes
remember,
left.
guys, it is 12 lock, 3 bump. 12 lock and 3 bump. We'll need some volunteer turn marshals after this race, guys. We'll need at least 4 volunteer turn marshals after this race. 4 volunteers. So your leader, David, coming around across start finish line. David, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your last name because I'm not a telemarketer. So just David K. David K. Dean Holland in that number 2 spot. Oh, Marshall on the front double-double. Look out in the front double-double. Watch yourself. All clear? Almost didn't see you. You're wearing camo pants. I can't see. I thought it was just a torso running toward the double there. So David K right now with a 9-second lead up on the field. Dean Holland in that number 2 spot. George Spry in the 3. Brett
3
Tidd
minutes
only
left.
3 seconds outside of transfer. We're at 2 down, 3 to go, guys. 2 down, 3 to go. Race number 2, Old Man Nitro Buggy D-Main. You guys are up next. Again, guys, do not turn them loose until we get marshals.
Okay,
No cars
so
on
this
the
is our
track until
first
we get
e-buggy
marshals.
Sportsman E-main,
We do need
F-main,
4
David Creasos,
volunteers
Dean
for
Holland,
this race,
George
guys.
Spry,
4
Brad Tidd,
volunteer marshals
Lawton
on standby,
Connolly,
please.
Michael Gilbert, Andrew Alfano, and Pete Dickerson. 3 of these guys will bump up to race in the next main, and the rest will go home. Well, not go home, or race whatever class they want. Seapool, couple veers, double electric mains, or just trying to end a decent time tomorrow? Nope, it's always been single A finals for electric at Fall Brawl, I'm told. So you can see they did some track repairs on the track. They drug it and packed it again. I'm sure they'll do some more track repairs tonight. But currently we are looking at David Creasos, followed by Dean Holland and Brett Tidd. Brett Tidd has a 5.5 second lead over George Spry. So that orange car is David Creasos. I think I'm saying that correctly. So, wow. Them guys did some magic in 1 hour. Let's drop that to the battle for the final bump-up spot between 3 and 4 between Brett Tidd and George Spry. They are separated by 0.5 of a second now. Nope, they're coming up to the double-doubles, really. They're coming up to the rhythm section. No. That is our battle for first right there. There is our battle for the bump-up spot right there, that yellow car. On the straightaway now, that battle has turned between George Spry and Brett Tidd. All right, so here is our battle for that final bump-up spot. George Spry out there in that purple and orange car with the yellow wing, and right behind it, an all-yellow wing of Brett Tidd. So, oh no, Brett Tidd getting it wrong over the triple. So that actually looks like the track has dried out some after they drug it. Hello, Gary V. How are you? So we got 29 seconds left to go, and George Spry has a 3-second lead over Brett Tidd. So George Spry, oh, just missing that turn marshal. He wants to live to bump up and race another day. As he comes up over the road. Oh, no, and he gets taken out by a lap traffic. Oh, no, and that's going to allow Brett Tidd back. So now we're going to have, oh, he just bumps him. Oh, no, he bumped him hard. Oh, no. That was, oh, no, but it's still, look at that. Oh, no. George Spry all over the place. I think he broke. And now Brett Tidd going to cruise over. That was an emotional last lap for this, guys. Brett Tidd now going to bump up. It's going to be David Creasos, Dean Holland, Brett Tidd. Your bumper-uppers, George Spry, Andrew Alfano, Michael Gilbert, Lawton Connolly, and Pete Dickerson will round it off. They will not be bumping out. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Joining us, Derek Dent. We are having fun. Temperatures are great. I got to wear my jacket again. Hello. Ooh. What? Alrighty then. Up next is your 40-plus Nitro buggy. Colby Purdy, who I have not seen all day. Mind you, I haven't seen a lot of people because I'm over here in my hut calling the race. Lisa Goldberg, that's up next. Colby Purdy, Corey Williams, Dennis Rue, Bob Capapianco, Brad Guion, Sean Preston, Mike Pavia, Gary Banks, Jason Tolliver, Big Kush Cushman, Brad Kibb, and Mike Harris. This is your 40-plus Nitro buggy D main, 10 minutes. So, as they get ready for their warm-up races. If you guys are coming into the YouTube chat, please don't forget to smash that like button for us. It definitely helps us out. We greatly appreciate it. This is the 2023 Fall Brawl. The 22nd running of this race. First time under our roof. Formerly held at the Myrtle Beach Badlands track, but unfortunately that track does not exist anymore due to the county reclaiming the land and giving it to the football and softball fields there. So now it has moved to this place here, which is Lake Waccamaw. We are scheduled to go to race 16 tonight. That's going to take us to about 10:30, barring any interruptions. So we are ready for some races. If you saw the track at the end of qualifying today, you would see that this track has improved quite a lot. As they went and drug it and rolled it, it's actually dried out. So people are gonna have to rethink their tire choice. As you see, Colby Purdy. Let's get a shot of the. Oh, we don't have anybody up there. Do we have the remote camera? Let's have a shot of the driver's stand if we can. Oh, thank you. I even got it in a nice cup. I appreciate it. Cheers, no problem. Oh yeah, thank you much. That's gonna take a while. Thank you, Mr. Placer. Big Kush, there's Colby Purdy down there to the left. Big Kush up there in that hot pink beanie. I know that Snapping Turtle likes that. The hot pink beanie of Big Kush. As we get ready and grid these guys up to get started here in the D-main for the 40-plus Nitro buggy. All right, let's get back on that grid. Oh, so we don't have Corey Williams started. Not sure what happened to him. This is our first Nitro final of the weekend, and they are off. Whoa! So 3 will bump up to the next main, and that looks like Colby Purdy. Oh no! Colby getting it wrong over that double. So let's see how it all turns out as we follow these cars around for their first lap. So this is our top 3 right now. It's going to be Colby Purdy, Bob Capabianco, and Dennis Brew. So these guys, oh, Dennis Brew going to pass Bob Capabianco. Now remember, these guys need to work together. Colby Purdy getting it wrong at the end. They have a good lead on Jason Tolliver. 9 minutes to go. Oh no, he getting caught up on the pipe just now. So Dennis Brew and Colby Purdy, 2 orange cars with white wings. Yay. We're going to get lost in the translation here at some point. Track is nice now that they rolled it, and Dennis Brew getting it wrong. Thank you, Dennis Brew, for the Nitro Caddy hat, as well as a cup holder, can holder. But Colby Purdy out to a 3.5 second lead over Dennis Brew. Bob Capabianco is in your final bump spot. In third, he has Jason Tolliver, 3.5 back of him. No start from Corey Williams. Big Cush not starting either. He was up there, not sure what happened. Brad Cribb or Mike Harris not starting. Alrighty then. So Colby Purdy still out front. Dennis Brew now making up some time on Purdy. They are only separated by 1 second. These 2 orange cars, first and second. And Bob Capabianco is 4.9 back. So these 2, Purdy got it wrong. He's got that wrong every lap so far. That's going to allow Dennis Brew by. There we see Capabianco coming into view. But Dennis Brew out front now. And they have 7 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. I wonder if we're going to see any of these guys try and go 10 minutes. Or are we going to see some pit stops coming in? Alrighty, so Dennis Brew now 0.5 of a second in front of Colby Purdy. Oh, Colby Purdy just lawn darting right into the face of that jump. And Colby finally getting that jump somewhat right as he comes up through the speed bumps. There's Jason Tolliver. No, Bob Capabianco right there. Dennis Brew going nose high. Just making it over the tilted triple. As these guys are about to come into some lap traffic with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left to go on this clock. And Dennis Brew making quick work of that rhythm section with Colby Purdy right behind him, 4/10 back. And they come up with this double. That's their first lap traffic they're going to have to navigate by. And now we have 3 orange cars out there. What's up, Schraffler? Oh, that was not for position there. So, but now that's Dennis Brew and Colby Purdy. I am completely lost at who is who right now because they're both orange with white wheels and white wing. But these guys need to work together. They're in bump spots. They just got to work together, make their way through this traffic. And, just try and come here because remember, top 3 will bump up to the next spot. It's Colby Purdy, Dennis Brew, Bob Capabianco in the 3 bump-up spots. Capabianco has a 9.9 second lead over Jason Tolliver, Sean Preston, Mike Pavia, Brad Guion, and Gary Banks, your top 8. Corey, Big Cush, Brad Cribb, and Mike Harris not making the start. Right now, this is Colby Purdy who's out front in this orange car as he comes across the rhythm section. So Colby Purdy got himself a 7.2 second lead over Dennis Brew. Maybe Dennis came in for some fuel. We see somebody running a car off. Not sure who that is. So Colby Purdy should, if he wants, I would come in for some fuel right now and be good to go. He does have a decent lead over Dennis Brew. There's Dennis Brew right there, I believe. Who will be following right now? We're looking at nobody. There's Dennis Brew. All right, so Dennis Brew having a long lap, 38.5. Bob Capabianco now up into second, but these guys all have a 13.4 second lead over third. And we are on board with, I believe this is Colby Purdy. We'll see, it's still rough out there. We see those cars bouncing all over the place. So that is going to be Colby Purdy that comes by for 36-1. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in this race. This is your 3 bump ups. Colby Purdy, Capabianco, Dennis Brew, Jason Tolliver, 12.7 seconds back of that bump spot. He needs something drastic to happen to one of our front three leaders at the moment. Oh no, Purdy getting it wrong. If I'm Purdy, I'm just going to double, single. He's in a commanding 15-second lead. Come in for some fuel, I would say. Let's follow. I believe we're going to see Purdy come in for some fuel. He's going to have to. Nope, he doesn't. So he's now down to 6 minutes. Maybe he's going to do 10 minutes. Does not have to do it. But I would not risk it, to be honest. Purdy getting into a little bit of a groove now. Kobe Purdy. Now out in front, we see another car flaming out. Kobe Purdy may have came in for fuel, I don't know. But that was a 34.8 for him. Bob Capobianco having a very long lap. Probably his fuel in. Looks like him and Dennis Rue both coming in for fuel. I'm expecting to see Kobe Purdy come in for a splash soon here. This is your 40-plus Nitro Buggy D man. Let's see, is Purdy going to come in? Yep, he's coming in for fuel. Let's see who's coming in to do his fueling. There's, I don't know who that gentleman is, but no rush. Oh, he's like, he says, okay, no problem, no problem. Let's just focus on the camera. Good job, Gene. That's our leader, Kobe Purdy. Okay. All righty then. So we are on board with Kobe Purdy, who is good to go with fuel. And he's looking to take that bump stop. Still got a 22.9 lead over second place. Now Jason Tolliver up to third as Bob Capobianco having some issues. He's showing the red line of doom. So now Jason Tolliver, I think he's driving a WIRC buggy. Yep. Bob Capobianco out of this race. It's Kobe Purdy, Dennis Brew, Jason Tolliver, your leaders. Jason Tolliver has a 30-second lead over Gary Banks, so he's good to go, barring any. Okay, Derek, I am in my booth. Come see me, please. Are you going to run this tonight? All right, so Kobe Purdy, 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go. He is looking to bump up to that E-man, A-B-C-D, no, sorry, C-man, sorry, forgetting my alphabet as we go on here. I do apologize for that. Oh, man, Kobe Purdy, I'm not going to lie, that is a very difficult jump. And you lose complete sight of your car when it goes behind that pipe there, especially with the fluff getting so super fluffy. All right, Derek Vanderham, I will see you here. So there we see Kobe Purdy. This is going to be 2 more laps for Purdy. Purdy from the Carolinas did spend some time in Texas for some time. Now he's back here in the Carolinas. This is his second race. He was at, I want to say Wicked Weekend I saw him, I believe. Or maybe at this race here. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Maybe at this track here in August. It's been so many events now. I think they're starting to combine together. But no harm, no fuss. I am definitely having a lot of fun at this race as well. Got to save my voice for the mains tomorrow. But Purdy, this is going to be his last lap, his victory lap. It's going to be Purdy, Dennis Brew, Jason Tolliver, your 3 bumper-uppers. Mike Pavia, Don in 4th. He's 33.8 seconds back of Jason Tolliver. So 5 seconds left to go. Mike Pavia and Gary having a battle in the back there for 4th spot. So, oh no, Tolliver. Is Tolliver done? Oh, Tolliver done at the line, so he's good to go. He's going to bump up. So Kobe Purdy coming across the line. Dennis Rue, Jason Tolliver all done. Mike Pavia and Gary Banks still battling out for that 4th spot, which will give him the win overall. And coming across the line, Mike Pavea, that all-white car. So your bumper uppers will be Kobe Purdy, Dennis Brew, Jason Tolliver. Mike Pavia will be in 4th. Gary Banks in 5th. Bob Capabianco, Brad Gunn, Sarn Peston, and no star from Corey Williams, Big Kush, Brad Cribb, or Mike Harris. We are watching the lower finals here at the 22nd edition of the Fall Brawl. Up next is your Sportsman e-buggy E-main. Chris Osteen, followed by Robbie Lynn, Pete Freeman, Kevin Peterson, Dave Lastella, Richard Weekly, Dakota Cotton, Tiny Folsom, Michael Dalton, Evan Stykeleather, Connor McCutcheon, LJ Lawrence, David Krios, Dean Holland, and Brett Tidd. Yeah, great job by Jason Tolliver. All right, 3 bumper uppers. You are watching. That's right. Smash that like button as you guys come in. 81 people watching now. We should have 81 likes. Not so problem. If you guys can, go over to the Elite RC Productions YouTube page and smash that like, notification, and sub button. Help us get to 1,000 followers, 1,000 subs on there. You'll be watching it. If you want to watch some 12-scale racing, that's what we'll be doing next weekend. Also, if you haven't already, go over to the No Name RC Podcast YouTube page and hit that sub button over there as well. Help me get to 5,000 subs. And the 22nd annual Fall Brawl is brought to you by these companies: TLR, Team Losi Racing, BeachRC.com, Reedy Electronics, Assault RC, Ultimate Racing, TZO 200 Tires, Leadfinger Racing, Racecraft USA, JConcepts.net, Nitro Lux, Dialed RC Hobbies, Pro Circuit Tires, RC Project, HB Racing, Exalt Electronics, Pekin Electronics, Spectrum Electronics, Factory Team, and S-Works. And bringing you the coverage is the Elite RC Productions team. I want to thank all of our cameramen and hard workers and Danny Paz behind all the switches. Of course, we have Lance McDonald on the RD, doing all the RD and organization, Patrick Rossiter and Gene Trout on cameras, and Lefty, the great disappointment that you're listening to right now, as we get ready for the Sportsman e-buggy. And we're getting ready for our third race of the night, second e-buggy race. We want to thank all of you that have been joining us all weekend. Hello, Gregory Reaver. Hi from Australia. What part of Australia are you at? Have a lot of friends down in Australia. Hopefully I'll visit that beautiful country one day and go search for the thylacine and go swimming with great white sharks in a cage. And there we see a full repertoire, 15 drivers. 3 will bump up and 12 will go home. Which of these 3 drivers will bump up and get to race in that D main? Cranberra, actually. What part of that is that on the west or the east coast? South or north? I want to thank my good friend Alan Placer for bringing me a frosty beverage to keep me warm here. Hello, Mattis. How are you? All right, so we're ready to start. This is the Sportsman e-buggy E-main. Starting in front is Chris Osteen. Robbie Lynn right behind him. On the turn, and they are off. And it is slick out there. Oh, no, our leader getting it wrong. He is going to drop all the way back to about 6. So who's going to be that person who snuck by in that yellow car? Oh, no, they're going to lose that lead now, and there is a gaggle of cars coming by. Well, nobody wants to take that first spot. That purple car wants it, though. Let's see who it is when he comes by, followed by that all pink car with yellow. Oh, thank you, sir. How you guys doing? We're getting ready. All right, sorry guys, just talking to some friends who are on their way out. Out front is Dakota Cotton. He's in second. He said he's looking forward to bumping up Kevin Peterson out front now in that pink car with yellow wing behind him, Dakota Cotton. Thank you, Robin Proctor. I appreciate that. Hello, Mattis. He says hi from Germany. It's late over there in Germany, but thank you for tuning in. Hopefully get to Germany one day as well. That'd be nice. Oh, Mr. Lutz out there doing his turn marshal duties. I like Lutz. He's a great young man. He's younger than me, but good man. He's just one of them good people that I really like a lot. Awesome always to see him. Kevin Peterson, Dakota Cotton, Pete Freeman, David Crisos, David Estrella, your top five. So, Dakota to the race lead in that purple car. He's had some bad luck all day. Had an ESC go out, had a pinion come loose. Nice young man came up and introduced himself. But right now, Dakota out front. And behind him is Kevin Peterson. Oh, no, Dakota just clipping that pipe. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got 2 minutes and 32. Let's stay on our leader because that's a great battle we have for first and second right now. Dakota coming by. That's a 37.6 for him. Let's see when Peterson comes by. Kevin Peterson dropping down to third. Pete Freeman now up to second. They have so Peterson has a 13.3 second lead over David Crisos. So we are on board with our third place car. He is in that last bump up position at 10.8 seconds over fourth. So there's Peterson. There is second place in that pink and purple. Oh, and he gets it wrong. That's going to allow Kevin Peterson by as Pete Freeman gets it wrong. They have 1 minute and 46 seconds left to go. Oh! And it looks like Pete Freeman getting it wrong, and it's going to stay Dakota Cotton, Pete Freeman, Kevin Peterson, your top three. They still have a 10.8 second lead over fourth. Oh! And Kevin Peterson going for it big time as we're going to have a replay as he gets that double. Ooh, gets a little bit squirrely. And he's going to send it full send, zero responsibility over that back double. And that is a very hard track to do that on. Very hard jump to do that on. Where is our leader? Dakota Cotton is out to a 4.5 second lead. And he is absolutely flying. We are on board with that yellow car. Oh, no. That is our second place car. And he's now going to have a drag race. Oh! And they get into each other. Let's see, what is that going to do overall? When they came by, they have 5.9 seconds back of Chris Osteen. That's a big send. And Freeman gets it wrong again. He's in trouble of losing that bump spot with 36 seconds left to go. Let's stay on Freeman. I think that's for a bump spot right there. So this is for a bump spot. I'm pretty sure that green and white car is, oh, wow. Oh, they're getting, I don't know. We're going to have to see how it goes when it shakes all out over the line here. I think that green and white car is for position. I know that purple and blue car. Oh, my goodness. Who's that coming down the straightaway? Oh, this is going to be chaos. No, he has to go. He didn't go across the loop. Kevin Peterson getting it big wrong. Dakota Cotton out front. Pete Freeman, Chris Osteen, Kevin Peterson. 0.5 of a second back. That's Peterson in that pink and purple. That's Osteen in that green car. This is the battle for the final bump up spot. Oh, wow. Kevin Peterson has him in his sights. They have one car in between them. That green car going up over the rhythm section right now. Can he do something? Can he do it? I think Chris Osteen has it as he comes by. Yes, he does. Chris Osteen has that final bump spot. Wow. What an exciting race for that final bump spot. Kevin Peterson was in second for most of that race and lost it. And it's going to be Dakota Cotton, Pete Freeman, Chris Osteen, Kevin Peterson, Dave LaSalle in the top 5. Dakota Cotton, Pete Freeman, Chris Osteen are going to be your 3 bumper upperers. Robin Proctor, I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate it. That was a great race, man. Woo, man. That Sportsman e-buggy was hectic. I was all lost. My cameraman was telling me he was in the lead. But well done to young Dakota Cotton, 14 years old, getting that bump. All right, up next is your intermediate Nitro Buggy D main. Matthew Walters, Dave Ramdeen, fellow Manchester City fan. Brandon Stevens, Jason Mallory, Jacob Hartman, Mike Pavia, Big Kush, Brian Sternlight, and Jared Crowley. So this is our second Nitro race of the night. We are going to race 16 tonight. We got a bunch of Barnstormer representatives here. That's always good to see. Also, I was just informed that one spot is open in our J Concepts waffle. So you have one spot open. If you want to get in, message Lance McDonald. Send $10 for a payment. We had somebody pull out. So there we go. We have one spot opening in that waffle. Thank you to everybody that supported that waffle. But somebody decided to pull out, and you have one more chance to win over $1,000 worth of tires. J Concepts tires in the waffle. Contact Lance McDonald. All right. There we see Techno Savage pitting somebody. There's Javon Mallory's girlfriend pitting her father-in-law, Jason Mallory. She's diehard. So anybody that still wants to get into that raffle, you have one spot open. Send Lance McDonald a message, and he will put your name down and send $10. All right, so Matthew Walters, we got Techno Savage pitting for him. And I think that's Antonio pitting, Bartholomew pitting for Dave Ramdeen. There's Techno Savage. Michael Watson. They're going to fuel them up before they get ready for this 10-minute D-main. 3 will bump up and live to race in that C-main. We will be doing all the C-mains tonight. And 1 B-main, this is race number 4 of 37. We are going to 16, so 12 more races tonight. Okay, so I'm informed that car number 4 is having some issues. Can we take a scan of the start grid? Oh, so Javon Mallory out there trying to help his dad. So it looks like the starter box is not working. Maybe we can get out there and get somebody with an associated starter box to help out Jason Mallory. That's his father. Javon is trying to help up his dad. Looks like that starter box is, oh, I think they might get it. We need an associated starter box. Take it to pit lane, Javon. Yeah, I know exactly what's happened. There's contacts in there are gone. It's unfortunate. I bet you that they lost contact with the post. It sounds like it does have some power. That's always good to see people coming out to help out. They're gonna take it back to pit lane so they can get this race started. Unfortunate for Jason Mallory. Let's get him ready. Last time they're gonna top him up. 3 of these drivers will go on to that C main. Let's get them ready. Techno Savage. Oh no! Oh no! So Techno Savage having a flame out. Not him, but his car, Matthew Walters. And I mean him, and he called that in the nick of time. He called it in the nick of time. Oh no, oh no, now does he have, oh no, he has the glow igniter stuck in there. Oh no, come on Techno Savage. Oh no. Oh no, what's going on there? No, oh no, that's when you don't have your starter box set up properly. Oh no. Okay, he got him. He got him. Oh man, he is revving that car right out. Don and Quiet, and they are off. So Matt Walters just getting under just in time. Dave Ramstein gonna have a bad. He's gonna fold on to 4th. Oh no. Oh wow. That double is catching a lot of people off guard. So as they come through here, there is a gaggle of cars. I have no idea who's who. We'll have to see they come across the line. Let's follow these cars across the line. I know who that orange car is. Let's follow these guys across the line. That orange car is Jacob Hartman, Matthew Walters, Brandon Stevens, Dave Ramdeen. So that's Dave Ramdeen. That's Jamaican colors right there. So Jacob Hartman out front. Oh no! Looks like Matthew Walters getting it wrong on that back straight. So that orange car, Jacob Hartman, out to a 1 second lead. It's a little bit more than that on the driver on the track. There's Matthew Walters. Actually, that's Brandon Stevens right now on that blue car. Behind him is, I assume, Matthew Walters. We'll see when they come across the line. I think that's Matthew Walters. I will see. Yep, Matthew Walters in 3rd. He was on pole, now down in 3rd. 8 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in this race. We will see some fuel stops. And Matthew Walters all up on the rear in that blue and white car. That is 2nd. Remember, these guys have to work together. Working together. They are in transfer spots. They don't have to beat each other. They don't have to take each other out like that, even though that wasn't Matthew Walters' fault. But he now went to 2nd. He's got a little bit more pace than Brandon Stevens. So Brandon Stevens can run his own race. And there we see them coming down the straightaway. Brandon Stevens coming by. That was a 38.8 for him. He has a 1.7 second lead. Oh no, we have a flame out. Not sure who that is, but it's Jacob Hartman, Matthew Walters, Brandon Stevens, Big Cush, Mike Pavia, Brian Schronite. I think that's Brian Schronite who flamed out. Gerald Brawley, and unfortunately Jason Mallory not making the start. We did make a start and needed 1 lap. But right now there is Matthew Walters who is in 2nd. And he has a nice lead over 2nd. Jacob Hartman out there to a 3.5 second lead over Walters. And there's Brandon Stevens, who has a rearview mirror pretty soon of Big Cush, I believe. So Brandon Stevens, oh no, getting it wrong, but getting back on all 4s. I think that's Big Cush right behind him. Big Cush saying, I ain't jumping nothing. I'm doing single, except that. He's going to sky it over there. Oh, Big Cush getting squirrely. Big Kush getting overtaken by Mike Pavia in that all-white car. So these guys traveling all the way from the northeast to battle each other out. That's a battle for fourth. They need to get up and battle with Brandon Stevens. Big Push pushing Pavia out of the way. So Big Kush got to put the hammer down and try to catch up Brandon Stevens as he is now going to be, Matthew Walters. Oh, no. So Matthew Walters out. Big Kush going to take over that third spot. I don't know what happened to Matthew Walters off camera. So Big Kush now in that transfer spot. So Big Kush now in. And oh, look at that. Brandon Stevens has caught up to Jacob Hartman. I think Jacob Hartman might have came in for fuel. There's Big Kush back there all alone, but he's going to have Mike Pavia all. Okay, so I'm lost. Matthew Walters is being scored in first. So something happened. He maybe missed a lap. Okay, so Matthew Walters is out in front now, according to Lance. Says Matthew Walters, Jacob Hartman, Brandon Stevens. Matthew must have missed a lap. So that's first, and that's second, and that's third. So it's Matthew Walters, Jacob Hartman, Brandon Stevens. So this is going to be Walters when he comes by. That's. Okay. So Brandon Stevens is that blue and white car. Jacob Hartman right behind him, that's orange car. And Matthew Walters once again dropping. So I'm not sure what happened to Matthew Walters. Dave Ramdeen now up to fourth. Mike Pavia in third. Also, Brandon Stevens giving that lead back to. I am very confused here. So that's Jacob Hartman. He's out in front according to. He should be in front now. All right. So. But see, Matthew Walters keeps going back up. That's why I'm confused. So he's running in the top spot. So I think, let's go forward a little bit. Is there a car in front of these guys? I think that's Matthew Walters right there in second. Let's follow these guys. Just follow these cars. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I apologize, everybody. I'm very confused here. Nope. Yeah, so I'm thinking that's Matt Walters there in that white car. It has to be, but it's not showing up on the his scoring. But I think they're first and second. And then that blue and white car is Brandon Stevens. Something's wrong with the scoring for Walters. No, it's not Matt from Techno. I think Walters is in second. I think that's Walters in that orange and white car. I think that's first. But Lance is still calling him in first. Okay, so that's Jacob Hartman. Let's drop back to Brandon Stevens. Blue and white Brandon Stevens. Yes, I'm trying to figure out things here. So here's our second place car currently. All right. All right, so let's drop back to third and fourth because it's a good battle between Matt Walters and Dave Ramdeen. So third should have just come across the line. He should be forward. There's Matthew. Oh, so Matthew Walters is missing a wing. Okay. All righty then. So I'm all clear now. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness. He is out there driving wild. Jacob Hartman, Brandon Stevens, Matthew Walters, Dave Ramdeen, 10.6 back. So Jacob Hartman got a 3.9 second lead over Brandon Stevens. Let's go back to our first place car, that all orange car. Man, that was super confusing for a while. So there's our first 1 and 2 right there. Here's Brandon Stevens coming down, and there's 2. They are very close. They are separated by 1.5 seconds. So Jacob Hartman and Brandon Stevens currently have a 5.4 second lead over Matthew Walters, who has an 11.8 second lead over Dave Ramdeen. But Brandon Stevens getting some really good drive coming out of that corner. He is all on the rear end of that orange car of Jacob Hartman. So Brandon coming through the rhythm section here right now. He is looking to, oh, wow, he goes a little bit wide. That's going to cost him some time. Now 1.2 seconds back. They got 1 minute left to go. What they don't want to do is take each other out, work together. It's not really going to make that much of a difference in the starting grid, but they will bump up. Oh, wow. Wow, Brandon should have followed Jacob just now, and now that's going to allow Matthew Walters to get by with that wing flailing about. That didn't stop him. And Brandon coming flying over that triple. All right, so this is second and third right here. They're going to get one more lap. Dave Ramdeen is out. Mike Pavia is 24 seconds back. So, I mean, I don't know if Pavia's going to get one more lap. So these guys can't make any big errors. Oh, great move by Matthew Walters. He says, I don't care if I have a wing hanging off my car. I'm still going to send it. Oh, no. I heard Lance going nuts. So I know. And look, Brandon gets it back. These guys are going to fight it out, duke it out to the very end. There's Mike Pavia and that all-white car. Oh, Brandon get it wrong. He's still going to get it. He still gets it. So it's Brandon Stevens and Matthew Walters. Wow. Oh, man. These lower mans are going to make me lose my voice already tonight. Wow, that was crazy. So it's Jacob Hartman, Brandon Stevens, Matthew Walters. Oh, man. They're absolutely right, Robbins Models. That race is mad. That was madness. That was absolute madness. That was a confusing race that, you know what? These races have been really great at the end of the races, and everybody's fighting up for the fighting for those bumper positions. Hello, Lee Flowers. How many? We are running to race 16. Andrew Smith, it's actually been fixed and smoothed out. It was a lot rougher than that after the last race of Q3. So they worked on the track for an hour after that, and they are going to work on the track tonight, I'm told. What are you guys laughing at back there? Oh, man. I'm gonna need my sleep tonight after watching these mans. Absolutely, Andrew. The back ski jump is huge. It sends you big time. Then, of course, you have those back doubles that are on the corner. They're very hard to judge. They're all easy to do, like easy where they don't need a lot of throttle, but they're very hard to judge. All right, so up next is your Sportsman Nitro Buggy D main. I'm sure this is going to be all types of hectic with Dean Holland, Jason Thorne, Dylan Tilley, Dennis Brew, Chad Staub, Ray King, Matthew Geist, Gary Banks, Tiny Folsom, Sean Preston, Dan Dickerson, and Brett Tidd. Oh, man. as these drivers go over their warm-up. Oh, man. These lower mans are providing some great entertainment for us online in here, in the racing booth. And what else, Andrew, is that the jumps are so far out, it doesn't look like it. I was up there driving. I did some practice runs. And, man, they're hard to judge out there. And it was loose as a goose the other day. Chakatis. George Chakatis. Tell Alan Placer it's almost time for a refill when you get a chance, please. Is that Kevin Winters? Who's Kevin pitting? Dennis Brew. No, that's not Dennis Brew. That is Ray King, I guess. I can't tell from her. So we got a few guys not checking in. Dylan Tilley, Sean Preston not checking in, it looks like. All right, we're getting ready to go here. And they are off. Oh, what a great pass by that green car with pink wheels. Jason Thorne, he is off. He sent it over that ski jump. Nose high. He almost jumped to the other double. What a great overtake by Jason Thorne. And that green and pink, I'm assuming this is Thorne. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's going to lose it. Oh, and he's going to, oh, my goodness. All that hard work. All that great pass, and he's back and forth. Wow. Let's see how it all pans out when they come across the loop. It's going to be Dennis Brew, no, Ray King, Dean Holland, Matthew Geist, Jason Thorne, your top four, Gary Banks, Dennis Brew in 6. Dean Holland out front of that orange and yellow. Right behind him is, no, that's Dean Holland in 2nd, and that is Matthew Geist in 3rd. So Holland going over that double. Actually, that's Ray King. So Ray King is currently your leader. He's that orange car with the yellow wings out there. Going up over the ski jump he is. Tippy-toeing over that double. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this race. 1 minute and 30 down. Ray trying to keep his composure. He has a 10.4 second lead already. So he's just letting everybody crash in the back. And he is out there in no man's land. Let's drop back to 2nd and 3rd. Her 2nd and 3rd. Oh my goodness, that red car went for a tumble. Oh my, wow. That is hectic back there. Ray King, I think this is 1st and 2nd right here. Let's see when they come across the line. Tiny Fosso, no, that's set 3rd and 4th. So that's a battle for the blast bump up position right there. I think that orange car is Dennis Brew. He's now into 3rd. So Dennis Brew in that all orange car now up to 3rd. He's coming over the tilted triple. He's already got a 10-minute man. There's Ray King. He just threw down a 37.9. He's going to have a 3.7 second lead over Chad Staub. So Staub should be coming into view here shortly. Ray out there driving very cautious. There's Staub, who changed his colors, it looks like. Now he's in a, oh, I didn't realize, oh, Staub's riding Nitro buggy. Oh, man, and Staub's going to go by. There's Chad Staub's father of Drayton Staub. There's our leader, that white car he just went through. Oh, no, Ray getting it wrong once again. So there's our leader going out the back. That's actually second place. That's second place, Ray King. Chad Staub, that old white car, is in front now. Dennis Brew getting by. Oh no, Dennis Brew getting into the pipe. Something looks wrong with Ray King. He is creeping around. Jason Thorne out. Oh man, this is hectic, is not the word I would use for this. All right, so that's Jason Thorne. He's out. Let's get back to the race. And that is not the leader. That is second place, Dennis Brew. That is second place, Dennis Brew. Chad Staub is in the lead. Chad Staub is the leader. White car, yellow wheels, black wing. Coming onto the straightaway now. So Chad Staub with a 39-second lap. Dennis Brew, Gary Banks, Ray King out. All right, so Chad Staub about to be in a gaggle of cars. So our battle for that last transfer position is heating up with Gary Banks and Dean Holland battling out for third. We're going to go follow them right now. There is, I assume that is Gary Banks. Man, that was a slow pit stop by that guy. And that's going to be Chad Staub, our leader, in for fuel. Chad Staub, Dennis Brew, Matthew Geist. I'd like to follow the battle between third and fourth. Flame out for our lead. Flame out for... That's a flame out for Dennis Brew. All right, our big battle for the last transfer spot is between Dean Holland and Tiny Folsom. That is the battle for third. All right, so we're going to switch over to that third place battle. So I think that's Dean Holland in that pink and that purple and orange. And that's Tiny Folsom who just got by him in that orange and yellow. Let's see when they come across the loop. Oh, no. Tiny coming in for fuel. Dean not coming in for fuel, so there's Tiny. Oh, wow. Great snatch by that guy. That's a great pit stop, actually. So I think that Dean Holland's going to have to come in for fuel. So that's Tiny Folsom, who's now going to be down in fourth. Dean Holland. There's Dean Holland. All right, so we see our leader, Chad Staub, coming on the straightaway. He's got a 24-second lead over Dennis Brew. That's Dennis Brew right there. All right, so there we go. That's Dean Holland coming in for fuel. Dean Holland coming in for fuel. And Tiny Folsom has already came in for fuel, so, ooh, I think this is it. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, it's Chad Staub, Dennis Brew, Gary Banks, Tiny Folsom. Gary Banks now up to that third spot. Tiny Folsom right behind him. We are currently following. So we are on board with Gary Banks, who is currently in third. Gary Banks in that yellow car, white wing, coming up over the tilted triple. I think he's gotten by Dennis. Nope, he has not. I think that's Dean Holland behind him. Nope, that's not Gary Banks. Nope, nope. You are not following third at the moment, guys. Nope, that is a lap car that you're following right now. That is the battle for 6th and 7th. This is Gary coming across the line right now. No, that's Dean Holland, who's now in third. Let's follow Dean. Let's follow Dean. So these two orange cars, I think, are Dean Holland and Gary Banks. So Gary Banks now into third. All right, so it's going to be Chad Stump, Dennis Brew, Gary Banks bumping up to that next race. Dean Holland, Tiny Folsom, Dan Hickerson. This is our 40-plus e-buggy D main. JC Farmer, Chris Osteen, Steve Satchuk, Cody Clark, Leon Musselwhite, Greg Dyer. So let's see who these are. This green and white car is currently in front. We'll see who it is when they come across the line. And it's Chris Osteen out front in that green and white car, followed by JC Farmer, Steve Sachuk, Dave Carrillos in third. So that's your 3 bumper uppers. Chris Osteen pulling up to a slight lead over JC Farmer. So Chris Osteen coming through the rhythm section, and he gets it wrong, going to go off track. That's going to allow JC Farmer by. JC Farmer come by with a 36.9. So these are your 2 leaders. David Chrysos is down in third. Why is this one not working? David with a 48-second lap. He is in a battle with Cody Clark for that 3rd and 4th spot. So this is the battle for the final transfer right here. That pink car would be David Chrysos. Right behind him is Cody Clark. They are separated by 1.1 seconds, but it's a lot closer as Cody Clark gets a run. And David Chrysos goes wide, and they get together. So they are going to be separated by 0.4 of a second. There's Cody Clark in that green car. He just got by David Chrysos. Oh, no, he didn't. So there's David Chrysos. This is the closest battle we have on track for the final bump spot. That pink car being in front, that's David Chrysos. And right behind him, that car with the yellow wheels would be Cody Clark. Robert Lynn, 9.6 back of these guys. Looks like David Chrysos has a little bit of breathing room, but not too much. Any little bobble, and Cody Clark will take advantage of that. So as we come down the line, it's still going to be separated by 0.4 of a second. Oh, and that's a mistake that Cody Clark wanted as he takes advantage of it. And that green car is now into third. And Cody Clark gets it wrong. And that's the lead. And that, oh my gosh, they go back and forth 2 times just now. Cody Clark coming out the winner of that as he comes up over the tilted triple. Now can we get camera 1 following these guys, because this is going to be the battle for some time. So Danny stays on this battle. And there is Cody Clark getting it wrong. No, that's Chris Osteen out front. So Chris Osteen still out front, JC Farmer right behind him. Cody Clark in the clear. These 2 are battling it out right now. Chris Osteen and JC Farmer. So JC Farmer and Chris Osteen in a battle 0.8 of a second back. It looks like JC Farmer made a mistake. And this is the battle currently for second. These are your 2 bumper uppers. Cody Clark is 16 seconds back of these guys. JC Farmer doesn't have to, he has 29 seconds left to go. He's in that bump spot. He doesn't have to make any unnecessary charges or try to catch up to Chris Osteen. He just needs to keep it on all fours, bring it home. He's going to get 1 more lap, I think, with 17 seconds left to go. We are currently following our second place. Oh, and he gets it wrong. And we're going to check back on our third place car of Cody Clark, who's going back over the big ski jump. Cody Clark has a 11.6 second lead over Cody Clark. So Chris Osteen will take the win, followed by J.C. Farmer. Cody Clark going to be your third. Oh, wow. Wow, but I think he still might have came over the line. Yep, so he still gets that third spot. So Cody Clark lives to bump and race another day. All right, up next is the 40-plus Nitro Buggy C-Man. We have Steve Boggs, Mike Ream, Greg Smith, Anthony Bartholomew, Brian DeRochers, Chad Staub, Dave Ramdeen, Donnie Ward, Omar Almeida, Jay Zano, Tony Sukasam, Ron Holcomb, Kobe Purdy, Dennis Root, and Jason Tolliver. So, Patrick, you can hear me right now, right? Okay, just making clear. All right, so Steve Boggs starting on pole, followed by Mike Ream, Greg Smith, Anthony Bartholomew, Brian DeRocher, your top five, Chad Staub in 6. Yep. As they fill them up for one last time, they get ready. They have a 10-minute man in front of them. 3 will bump up. And they're off. Oh, wow. Oh, man. He hit that pipe super hard. Not sure who that was. Wow. So let's see that blue and white car. All right, so we're with that blue and white car. That green car, we'll see how it is when they shake. Oh, wow. They got it big wrong. Anthony Bartholomew, Donnie Ward, and that was Mike Ream. So that's that blue and white car belonging to Anthony Bartholomew. And scoring lead behind him is Mike Ream. No, Donnie Ward, and then behind him is, I think that's Mike Ream in that third spot. Oh, no. That's Mike Ream in second. That blue and white car is Bartholomew. Donnie Ward, sorry. Mike Ream now dropping down to fourth. In third is Greg Smith. So Anthony Bartholomew pulling out to a lead over Donnie Ward. It was 2.3 when they came across. Now that blue car with green wheels, who is Greg Smith, now takes over that second place. Oh, wow. Donnie Ward gets it big wrong. He's going to drop down way down the line. And Mike, that white car of yellow wheels is going to be in third. That's got to be Chad Staub. That is Chad Staub, who's now into second. There's Anthony Bartholomew, followed by Chad Staub, Greg Smith, Jason Tolliver from 15th all the way to 4th. Chad getting it wrong. Greg Smith going to get some clear air between him and second. And I think that's Tolliver right behind him now. So Greg Smith is currently in second. That blue car, green wheels, that's our Bartholomew in first. So it's Bartholomew, Greg Smith. Chad Staub is going to be in fourth. Jason Tolliver from 15th all the way to third. Your first bumper opera. He is up to third in a transfer spot with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. Greg Smith getting it wrong. Tolliver right behind him now. Chad Staub is embroiled in a battle behind him as he goes up and over the triple. Getting it wrong. Oh, and Greg Smith gets it wrong. That's going to allow Tolliver by for that second spot. So our 15th place driver, starting completely last, is now up to second, back to third. Oh no, he's gonna lose it. He lost something. Oh man, it's like he lost all drive just now. Something's wrong with his car. Oh no, it's like he's having something wrong with his car. He's back down to fourth. So it's Bartholomew, Greg Smith, Dennis Brew, Jason Tolliver, Chad Staub, your top five. They are separated by just 2.4 seconds. Greg Smith. Oh, wow. He hit that pipe. He just ripped that whole pipe up. I thought he hit a nail just now, but luckily he just hit the plastic of the pipe. That's going to allow Dennis Brew by now. Dennis Brew coming from 14th, so our bumper operas. Dennis Brew now in second from 14th to second. In third is Greg Smith, Chad Staub. Jason Tolliver having some problems. He's dropping down. Oh, no. So that is Greg Smith losing a whole bunch of positions. I think Chad Smith, that's Dennis Brew right there. He's currently in second. Anthony Bartholomew is walking away with it at the moment. All right, so Chad getting by. That's Dennis Brew. Chad now into second. Bartholomew has a 16.9 second lead over all these guys. He's out in cruise control. Chad Staub better in second. Dennis Brew from 14th to third. And I think he is in the clear because he has got a 2.1 second lead over Mike Ream. That's actually Mike Ream in that green car, yellow wing. So Dennis Brew in that orange car, white wing. That is actually the battle for... Oh, Chad, stop getting it wrong. He's going to drop down. So Dennis Brew back up to 7th. Mike Ream up to 3rd. That is Dennis Brew. All right, so we let some of these pit stops cycle through. Anthony Bartholomew still up front. There's Bartholomew coming out of the pits just now. So our leader in for fuel. Let's follow him for a little while. Blue and white car. All right, so we are on board with our second place car, Mike Ream. Dennis Bruce, Steve Boggs, Omar Almaldo. So this is pretty much all, actually, I think this is all Northeast guys battling out in your top 5. Mike Ream in for the pits. That's a good pit stop. Dennis Brew going to get by. So now this is the battle for second. They have a 7.5 second lead over 4th, Colby Purdy. So Dennis Brew in that orange car and Mike Ream right behind him in that green and yellow car. They don't need to fight each other. Oh, wow. Mike getting it big wrong. Wow. I think he broke his car. He did. He broke his car. So Mike Ream out. He broke a... Did he? Yep, that car is broken. So he's out. All right, let's get back on Dennis Brew. He is out. They can't do anything about that. Anthony Bartholomew has a 16.7 second lead over Dennis Brew. Kobe Purdy going to take over that 3rd spot. Kobe Purdy embroiled in a battle with Greg Smith. So we have a battle for 3rd between Smith and Kobe Purdy. There's Dennis Brew. So Dennis Brew comfortably in 2nd, but the battle right now is between Kobe Purdy and Greg Smith back in 3rd and 4th. So we are going to find Kobe Purdy as we are on board the 2nd place driver. There's our 1st place driver, that blue and white car that's going over the tilted triple. Dennis Brew from 14th all the way to 2nd in a perfect bump spot with 2 minutes left to go. So Kobe Purdy, they should be going out the back to the back jump. So there's Greg Smith in that blue car. He gets it wrong. There's Kobe Purdy right behind him. So Greg Smith in that blue car. Kobe Purdy right behind him with that black wing. So this is the battle for the final bump up spot. Kobe Purdy going to come across the line now. No, that's Omar Almeida now. He gets up into that top spot. So that's a 3-way battle for 3rd right there. Omar Almeida in that car with the black wing, yellow wheels. Greg Smith in that blue car, yellow wheels. And behind them, Kobe Purdy. This is the battle. 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go. Let's stay on this battle. This is the battle for the 3rd and final bump up spot. Greg Smith getting in front of Omar. I don't know who that blue car is. I think that's our leader, Bartholomew. So that is actually, he's in front. He's lapping up to 3rd. So Greg Smith going to be out front now. He's going to have a 1.5 second lead over Omar. 53 seconds left to go. They got Bartholomew right between them. Kobe Purdy, 1.3 back of Almeida. So it looks like Almeida having an accident and Kobe Purdy going to get by. But Greg Smith looks to be in the clear with 38 seconds left to go. And that's our leader in that blue and white car. He is out front, 20 seconds up on 2nd place. Greg Smith going to get one more lap. So is our leader. Oh, man, Greg Smith getting it wrong. So they got 20 seconds left to go as he comes down the straightaway. Greg Smith in the clear. So much Omar Almeida now 4.1 seconds back. They got one more lap to go. If Greg Smith makes a big mistake, Omar will capitalize on that. He's battling it out with Kobe Purdy back there. We are currently following, that's our leader, Bartholomew. That's our third place spot. And that blue car with yellow wheels, that's third spot. That's Greg Smith. Oh, wow. Great turn marshalling there. All right. So Anthony Bartholomew going to take the lead, followed by Dennis Brew, Greg Smith, Omar Almeida. Oh, Omar Almeida going to drop down Ron Halcombe in fourth, and Steve Boggs in fifth. So well done to Anthony Bartholomew. He got out to a lead and dominated that to the end. Dennis Brew from 14th all the way to second, Greg Smith in third. And those will be your 3 bumper uppers. So Dennis Brew lives to bump another day. Well done, Dennis Brew. All right, up next is the Sportsman e-buggy D main, starting on pole, Stacy Mihalik, Brad Gunn, followed by George Slick, Sean McCutcheon, Corey Humphreys, Mike Ream, Matthew Geis, Greg Dyer, Charlie Lay, Otter Bright, Blake Baker, John Kane, Dakota Cotton, Pete Freeman, and Chris Osteen. Well, race 8, so we're halfway through to the race 16, which we're going to stop at tonight. You are doing a good job, Patrick. You stay direct. Yeah, you got to ignore that stuff because you're not RD in a race. You're directing a race to me. You did a good job on the last Nitro man. You did a good job on the last man. So, and you just got to do it. You're calling the race, so I can give the people out there the best thing that they can get, right? So you stay under. Right, we got to get better headsets because I'm getting tired of this. All right, so let's get ready to start. Yep, you're exactly right, Bevins. Time for a refill here in the booth. I need a nice Coke soda. Oh, wow! So that's going to be Brad Gunn that gets by. Oh, wow! Corey Humphries sending it big time. Oh, my goodness. This is our front two. Oh, man. So Corey Humphries is now your race leader of that green car, and he gets it wrong. He is, wow, great self. That's great help by that driver. And Corey Humphries is still in front. I don't understand how that happened. Oh, no. So let's see. Let's see when they come across the line. That green and white car is Chris Austin, Matthew Geist, Dakota Cotton. So from 15th to first on the first lap, and then it's going to go all wrong. Matthew Geist, Dakota Cotton in third, so our bumper upper is getting up there. All right, so the green car is third. Now he should be in second. So Corey Humphries in third. So let's see. Let's follow this green car across the line and see who it is. That's Corey Humphries back up to second. How did that happen? And from glory to disaster for Corey Humphries. Oh, my goodness. All right, so that green car is going to be, that's not Corey Humphries. Nope. All right, let's just follow that purple car. Let's get off of that. Let's get back on the battle for, so that purple car is, so currently it's Matthew Geist, Carter Bright, George Slick, Dakota Cotton, Chris Austin, your top five. I believe that purple car is Dakota Cotton. So this is the, oh, wow. How did he not break his car? Oh, wow. So that white car is currently Carter Bright, who scored in second. And that green and yellow car is George Slick. And behind them is Chris Austin. So Chris Austin coming from 15th all the way up to 4th. So right now, Chris Austin in that green and white car, that's our 15th car. He's already bumped up once. George Slick in that other green and yellow car. There's Carter in that white car, white S-Works. All right, so George Slick, this green and yellow car is, this is the battle for second, and George Slick is going to get by. Chris Austin now into the mix, so this is the battle for second, third, and fourth. So Carter, that white car, now in that last spot, 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go, that last bump-up spot. And Chris Austin is currently 2.3 back. You'll see Chris Austin coming to show that green car with white front. Let's keep these two cars in shot because this is the battle for the final bump spot right here. And Chris Austin put on the afterburners. Carter getting it wrong, and that's our 15th place car. He gets it wrong. Carter going to get back in there. Charlie Lay now going to get back into, get into third. Chris Austin's going to be in fourth. Charlie Lay is going to be in third. So that's Charlie Lay. Dakota Cotton back up to fourth. So let's follow that purple car. That purple car is the battle for third and fourth. Dakota Cotton got by Charlie Lay, so this is the battle for the final bump spot. Dakota Cotton in that purple car, Charlie Lay in that orange car, Carter Bright. Oh, wow. Chris Austin going to be in the mix now. He's going to come out smelling like a rose. He's going to be in third. Chris Austin now from 15th to third, 22 seconds. Follow the green and white car. Follow the green and white car because that is currently in third. So Chris Austin now in third. Charlie Lay in that with that orange ring in the back. Chris Austin from 15th. He's got 1 second left. He's just gonna be his last lap. Can Charlie Lay make a charge? Charlie Lay with that orange ring. Oh, Chris Austin getting it wrong. Oh no, Charlie Lay gonna get by. So Charlie Lay in the bump spot. One mistake. Oh, Chris Austin got it wrong. Charlie Lay is going to get by. So Charlie Lay is going to take that bump up spot. Chris Austin with a valiant effort, but goes a little bit short at the end. And another mad race at the end of this. And no start from Mike Green, Blake Baker, or Pete Freeman. That is what G got mad at. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So he got mad at nothing. Because I had this up the entire time. If you guys were listening, you would have heard the instructions that I was giving. You can explain that to him when you get it. Oh, I know. But listen to me because I'm also calling out instructions as well. All right, race 9. Open Nitro Truggy C main, 10 minutes long, starting on pole, Greg Smith, followed by Ophir Comarion, Nick Comasco, Josh Fine, Mike Pavia, Gerald Crowley. So only 6 cars in this race. 3 will bump up. As drivers go out there for their warm-up race, warm-up laps. Straightaway is closed, and they get ready as pitmen get out there to do the pitting duties for their drivers. It's our first Nitro truck man of the night. All right, as they fuel them up one last time. Only 3 will bump up, Martha, Maria. Only 3 bump up from each race. All right, so we've seen, actually, you know what? What I'm seeing here is that starting on pole is a disadvantage. Because that is every lap I've seen that the second place driver is able to take that double and the pole sitter hasn't. So right now, let's see that white car with yellow wheels. So we got a gag. Remember, only 6 cars. So it's Josh Fine, Nick Comasco, Greg Smith, Mike Pavia, Ophir Comarion, and Gerald Crowley. Ophir not making a start. Josh Fine currently out front. We are on with the blue car of Greg Smith. And that rear car behind him is, let's see, that was Nick. There's that blue car. Mike Pavia right behind Greg Smith, separated by 1.3 seconds. So this is your battle for the final bump up spot. Jarrett Corey, 4.9 back of these guys. Oh, Pavia getting it wrong. Let's see what happened to Pavia. Just clipped he clipped that pipe. Oh, he should. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that is going to put a lot of breathing space between him and Greg Smith as we are on board with our third place car, Greg Smith. There you see Nick Camasco coming by. Greg Smith now 1.4 back, so he's catching up to these guys. Remember, 3 will bump up. Top 3 will bump up. All right, so we are on board. Josh Fine, that white car, yellow wheels. This is the battle for second. Camasco with that green wing. Greg Smith with that blue truggy. They are now separated by 1.5 seconds. Camasco trying to just bump up. Greg Smith trying to get another position. And Josh Fine also just bumping up. So here's your 3 bumper uppers. They have a 9.4 second lead over Pavia. And Josh Fine making a mistake, and Camasco getting a run on him. So they got 7 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. And Josh Fine able to get on the throttle just a little bit faster than Camasco coming into the straightaway. Oh, wow, Camasco, wow, lucky there. Very lucky. He is very lucky that he was able to flip back onto his wheels. So now Nick Camasco is out to the lead. Josh Fine in second. Greg Smith in third. So, like I said, it doesn't really matter at this point. They just need to finish 1, 2, or 3, and they will bump up to that B-Man. B-Man will be 15 minutes for them tomorrow. They won't race Truggy anymore tonight. So out front right now is that red car of yellow wheels, green wing. Nick Camasco, Josh Fine in that white car behind him, and Greg Smith in that blue car, white wheels. Oh, no. So Greg Smith looks like he either had just a very long lap there, a 37.3. So Greg Smith having a long lap. These guys are going to come in for fuel at some point. There's Greg Smith coming into view. So he must have crashed somewhere. And that put a little bit of breathing space between Josh Fine. Alrighty, so we are up on that 5-minute mark. I'm assuming that these guys will be coming in for fuel at some point. Josh Fine getting it wrong over the triple. Great turn marshaling there through the legs. That's what I call dedication. Let's see, did we catch him? He's like, there you go, buddy. Oh, man. Nick Camasco now out front by 5.5 seconds. Greg Smith in for fuel. His fuel outstop was a 40.5. He's now coming in for fuel. Camasco is probably, there's Camasco. Let's see, let's follow our leader. There's our leader coming in for fuel. Oh, no! Oh, Josh Fine isn't coming in. Where's the turn marshal? Mark West risking life and limb. Almost as good as Blake's save at AMS. Oh, no. How far is that going to drop Nick Camasco down? All righty then. So that one mistake. No, he's staying out. Nick going to come in next lap. Nick Camasco. Why didn't this pit man go over and get him? Wow. All right. All right, says Pitman. Blake Baker's in the chat. He just said track in gnarly Wilson. I don't understand that. But yeah, he didn't go. All right, so still out front, Josh Fine, followed by Greg Smith, Nick Camasco. Nick Camasco still got a 19-second lead over Pavia. So these guys are good, barring any disaster. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left to go. He might want to come in for a splash right now. Almeida. It's not that hard. Almeida. That's like a Portuguese name. Or Almeida. Almeida. Omar O, you was in the bump spot, good buddy. And that one crash, those couple of crashes got you. I think he is just going to try and stretch it out. I don't know why. He doesn't want to run out of fuel right now. Let's see. Is he going to come in now for some fuel? I'd come in for a splash and go. 1 minute and 24 seconds left to go. I'm assuming he's going to come in for fuel. Omar O, sounds cooler. All right, Omar. Okay, so we're just trying to determine whether Josh Fine came in for fuel. And we think he did. All right, Suzhar battle for second right now. After that mishap for Nick Camasco on the pit lane, driving right off the pit side. And Nick gonna take that spot away. They're gonna drag race now. Oh! Four-wheel drift by both of them getting into that corner. That looks so pretty. Oh, no, Nick getting it wrong. This is going to be their last lap. They're both in a transfer spot. They're just fighting over starting positions. Up next is your Sportsman Nitro Buggy C, man. Oh, no, Craig Smith stuffing it in the pipe. And Nick Camasco going to come in second, followed by Greg Smith, Mike Pavia, Jared Crowley. Well, Josh Fine going to take that win, and those three will bump up to the B, man, tomorrow. Kudos to those guys. All righty, up next is your Sportsman Nitro Buggy CE main. Bryant Reynolds, Johnny DeSanti, Tim Sink, Kevin Clark, George Schlick, Russell Holcomb, Andrew Matos, Blake Baker, Chris Buggs, Chad Kiachi, Jeremy Lawrence, Derek Long, Chad Staup, Dennis Brew, and Gary Banks. Can Dennis Brew bump up again? We shall see. Chad Staup, too. No idea, Bevan's Racing. I'm not going around looking at everybody's car in the pit. Lots of Associateds, lots of HBs, lots of Technos. George Chakaris, check your private messages, please. Lots of S-Works as well. So I couldn't tell you which is the most car here, to be honest. A good bit of all those cars. All right, as these drivers go to get their warm-up laps, it's going to be Bryant Reynolds, John DeSanti, Tim Sink, Kevin Clark, George Slick, Russell Holcomb, Andrew Matos, Blake Baker, Chris Buggs, Chad Kiachi, Jeremy Lawrence, Derek Long, Chad Staup, Dennis Brew, and Gary Banks. Hey, buddy. All right, so are these guys ready to run? Is it? And we have rainfall, everybody. Oh, we've been waiting for the rain all day, and it finally has come. Ever so slightly out there. All right, so we have a full heat of Sportsman Nitro Buggy C main. This is going to be hectic. Let's get turn one in her because it is going to be impressive. That's the worst word I can say for that. As they get to fuel them up one more time. Let's get on that camera. And they're off. And we see it once again. Second place getting that jump. And that is a cluster back there. Wow, that was hectic. Very hectic. Oh! Oh! Man, that was rough. All righty then. So I believe this is our leader. That yellow car, black wing. And he's coming across. And there's second place in that blue and red. Let's see who it is when they come by. It's Tim Sink, Johnny DeSanti, Andrew Matos. All right, so Tim Sink, Johnny DeSanti, Andrew Matos, Russell Holcomb, Dennis Brew, Kevin Clark. Dennis Brew from 14th all the way up to 5th. Wow, he's had some impressive starts. Now John DeSanti now into the front. Behind him is Tim Sink, Andrew Matos behind them. So 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this race. DeSanti with 36.5, 1.2 seconds ahead of Tim Sink. Oh, DeSanti nose darting into that race. Let's zoom out a little bit because we got third, not too far behind these guys. There's third. That's Dennis Brew from 14th all the way to third now. And Tim Sink getting it wrong. DeSanti going to take over that lead. There's Dennis Brew. He's got Dennis Brew all the way up to third from 14th on lap number 3. So DeSanti holding off Tim Sink in that yellow car. There we see that orange car, Dennis Brew, making a charge. 2 minutes and 13 seconds down. Tim Sink trying to get on the inside of him. Dennis Brew is flying right now. There's Tim Sink. Oh, DeSanti getting it wrong. And he crashes coming into the rhythm section. Dennis Brew going to be up to second. Andrew Matos right behind DeSanti. Dennis Brew looking to bump one more time. All right, so Dennis Brew now battling it out with John DeSanti and Andrew Matos. So Brew made a mistake off camera. Dennis Brew currently in second. He is the leader, so Tim Sink, I think Tim Sink just flipped over at the line just now. So Tim Sink just made an error on that 180. And Dennis Brew from 14th to 1st. That is impressive. I think this will be his third bump if he makes it. He's got 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go, and he is looking to put a lot of space between him and second and third. That's second right there in that yellow car. That's third, that blue and red. And right behind him, Andrew Matos in that green car, yellow wing. Tim Sink getting it wrong again, once again. So this is a vicious battle. And not too far behind him is Chad Stubb. So Chad Stubb, another one of our bumper uppers. All right. So Andrew Matos now at the fourth. Chad Stubb up to third. So Tim Sink in that all yellow car. Tim Sink currently in second. Dennis Brew now 7.6 seconds ahead. Chad Stubb, our two bumper uppers, now in another position to bump up. So now Johnny DeSanti back into third. Chad Stubb, I think he came in for fuel. So these guys got to come in for fuel. There's Tim Sink currently in second, but has not come in for fuel. Dennis Brew needs to come in for fuel as well. So it's Brew, Sink, DeSanti, Holcomb, Matos, Kevin Clark, George Schlick, Bryant Reynolds, Chris Buggs, and Chad Stubb. I think Chad's already come in for fuel. So Tim Sink staying out there. There's Dennis Brew. I'm pretty sure Dennis Brew just came in for fuel. I think Dennis Brew came in for fuel. And Tim Sink still has to come in. So I think that Tim Sink has to come in for fuel. There's John DeSanti getting it wrong. And I prefer, oh, Brew getting it wrong. Woo! Woo! Oh no! Oh, he's so lucky. He just tips back on. There's Tim Sink coming in for fuel, and Dennis Brew has already fueled up. So no harm, no foul for Dennis Brew. Tim Sink, Dennis Brew will inherit that top spot once again. Tim Sink will go down to second, and Dennis Brew, John DeSanti in third. There's John DeSanti. Tim Sink is not your leader. Dennis Brew is in that orange car, yellow wing. We are currently following second place car of Tim Sink. We're following Tim Sink. He's currently in second. So Tim Sink gonna drop down a few positions. Out front is Dennis Brew in that orange car, yellow wing. Dennis Brew is going up back of the back jumps. He should be coming around the double and the far right. There we are. Oh no. That's Chad Staub, who's now back and forth. Chad Staub is just passing in for position because Chad Staub came in for fuel early. So this is your battle for first and second right now. Chad Staub in that white car, yellow wheels. As I said, Chad Staub came into fuel a lot earlier. So this is the battle for first and second. We got 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. So that is first and second. That is lap traffic in between them. Johnny DeSanti back in third, but he is currently 7.5 seconds back of these guys. So we have your 14th car and 13th car now running first and second. So getting that extra lap time, and there's two finals. I think this is the third time that Dennis Brew is going to bump up. Oh no, Dennis Brew getting it wrong, and Chad Staub gets by. That battle between Kevin Clark is now 5.4 seconds. The battle was for first and second. There's Chad Staub. He's now out front as Dennis Brew having a long lap. I think Dennis Brew is broken. I think Dennis Brew is broken. Nope, he just had a very long lap, 45 seconds. Chad Staub out front. There's Dennis Brew. So 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go. Black wing, there's Chad Staub right there. White car, black wheel, yellow wheels. He now is going to have a big lead over Dennis Brew when he comes by. Oh no, he stuffs it into the pipe. A 40-second lap for him. For Chad Staub. He just needs to limp it around. Dennis Brew. The only close battles between 4th and 5th right now between Tim Sink and John DeSanti. Kevin Clark's got a 7-second lead. I'll just stay on our leader, Chad Staub, to the end of the race. 30 seconds left to go. So Chad Staub from 13th all the way to first. Dennis Brew from 14th to third to second now. Oh, wow. All right, so Chad Staub. Impressive. Gonna bump another time. Oh, wow. Man, that lap traffic just getting, man, bad. Very bad. Chad Staub, Dennis Brew, Kevin Clark. El Hobo gonna bump up. He's gonna be happy about that. These guys get to race Sportsman Nitro Buggy B, man, tomorrow. 13th and 14th coming all the way from the back to bump up first and second. Dennis Brew and Kevin Clark still having a race. All right, up next is your intermediate Nitro Buggy C main. We got Thomas Nichols, Quincy Atkins, Charles Cardo, Mike Pelikalunas, Chad Pergantis, Jack Mulligan, Toby Hansen, Casey Kelly, Kobe Purdy, Corey Williams, Wyatt Van Fleet, Anthony Bartholomew, Jacob Hartman, Brandon Stevens, and Matthew Walters, your 3 bumper uppers. All right, we're going to let these drivers go out and get their warm-up laps. All right, we'd like to say thank you to all these sponsors for bringing you the 22nd Fall Brawl. They are TLR, Team Losi Racing, BeachRC.com, Reedy Electronics, Assault RC, Ultimate Racing, TZO 200 Tires, Leadfinger Racing, Racecraft USA, J Concepts, Nitrolux, Dialed RC Hobbies, Pro Circuit, RC Project, HB Racing, Exalt Electronics, Tekin Electronics, Spectrum, Factory Tracks, and S-Works. Thank you to all these companies for their support. We're getting ready for the intermediate Nitro Buggy C main. As mechanics will go out and grab their drivers to start on pit, we have a full fleet of 15 cars. Remember, 3 will bump up to that B main tomorrow. This is race number 11 of 16. Race number 17 will start at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get ready to boogity, boogity, boogity. All right, so they're just checking the order to make sure everybody's in their correct spots. No Wyatt Van Fleet making the start tonight. All right, let's get it ready to fuel them up, fuel them up, fuel them up, and get ready to boogity, boogity, boogity. Down and quiet. And they are off. And that is the first time I'm seeing First take advantage of that all night. So Thomas Nichols paying attention. Quincy Atkins, though, taking that lead from him. Quincy Atkins is that white car, black wing. Right behind him, I believe, is Charles Cotto. So this is the battle for 1, 2, and 3. All right. So if I'm right, that's Atkins, Nichols, and Cotto. Thomas getting it wrong. Wow, no Marshall there. Chad Pergantis, sorry. Toby Henson up to that third spot. The Toby Meister. Oh! That was a big hit. Oh, man, Toby getting it big wrong over that double. And we are currently on board with Quincy Atkins, who was very fast here at the program. And he is just through down a 34.5. He has a 5.8 second lead over Thomas Nichols. Chad Pergantis in third. Toby Hansen still in fourth. 2.6 back of Pergantis. All right, so Quincy Atkin, we're going to find our second and third drivers right now as they come around through that S section. There's second. Oh, wow, that was hectic. Stay on this gaggle of cars. There's Toby Hansen in that white wing. Oh, no, he's going to get it wrong. Oh, man, Toby Hansen going to drop all the way down. Quincy Atkins, Thomas Nichols, Chad Bergantis, Matthew Walters, Casey Kelly, your top five. Wow, that's super confusing out there. There's Quincy out there by himself. He's just making accidents by Thomas Nichols now and Chad Pergantis chasing down. They're breaking away from the rest of the pack. So Quincy Atkins going to have a very rough lap. Wow, Quincy Atkins just having a 39-second lap. Thomas Nichols, Chad Pergantis right behind him now. So there we are on board. Thomas Nichols right behind him. Chad Pergantis has got a good run coming off that ski jump. They are about to chase down Quincy Atkins. They don't have anybody near them. Casey Kelly, he's about 5.4 seconds back. Oh, man. Look at that. His car is perfectly balanced. Alrighty then, so there is Chad Pergantis out in front now, and Thomas Nichols in second. Oh man, Thomas Nichols getting it bad wrong. That's going to drop him way down the line. Says Pergantis, Thomas Nichols, Casey Kelly, Anthony Bartholomew from 12th to 4th. Let's drop back and find third and fourth. It's a good battle developing between Casey Kelly and Anthony Bartholomew. So let's drop back a little bit. Let's get off Nichols, who's currently in second. Let's pick up Casey Kelly, that orange car, yellow wing. And there is Bartholomew right behind him. So this is the battle for second right here, and not too far behind him is the battle for third. And there you see that blue and white car, Bartholomew, who bumped up already. Casey Kelly in that yellow, pink, and yellow winged car. Bartholomew not too far behind. So Casey right there, he's now 2.2 seconds back. Bartholomew 2.8 seconds back. Stay on that car with the yellow wing. That yellow and pink car. Casey getting it wrong. Bartholomew getting it wrong. So this is the battle for the final bump up spot right here. That yellow and pink car with the yellow wing. Blue and white car, black right there. My microphone is down on the headset. It is. It's completely up. It is completely up. All right, so we are looking at this battle for second, third right there. Antonio Bartholomew and that blue and white car are looking to take advantage and bump up. And he's looking pretty good right there as Kelly gets, Kelly coming for fuel. Oh no. So let's go, let's follow this blue and white car. Antonio doing the, and there we go, that was a good pit for them. Follow him out. There's that Bartholomew with that white and blue black wing car. Let's see how it all shakes out when they come across the line, because Thomas Nichols is currently scored in second. That is Pergantis, so he came in for fuel as well at some point. So I think Thomas Nickel has to come in for fuel. That's Chad Pergentis. So, what? Oh, no, he's 1 lap ahead. He's 1 lap ahead. Pergentis is 1 lap ahead of these guys. So that is actually the battle for, that is third place right there with that black wing. Sorry, a little bit confused. So that's our battle. Casey Kelly coming up from behind. Thomas Nichols out front. Chad Pergentis out front. I'm telling you, man, these OGO tires are working good here. They're working good at RC Pro-Am, and he's on OGO tires now, and he's looking pretty dialed. Pergentis, Thomas Nichols, Anthony Bartholomew from 12th to 3rd. So Anthony Bartholomew with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. He's looking pretty good to bump up and race again tomorrow. Thomas Nichols in second. Chad Pergentis out front with a 23.3 second lead over Thomas Nichols. So I guess we should find our leader, because right now Anthony doesn't have anybody to challenge him. He has a 37-second lead. He has a 4.3 second lead over Casey Kelly. All right, so there's our leader, Chad Pergentis. He's also in a blue and white car with a black wing. He's going to make his way over the tilted triple. This is race number 11 of 37. We're going to race 16 tonight. Pergentis is going to come by. That's a 34.4 from his. He's been in for fuel. His last was a pit out. He's 13.8 seconds up on Thomas Nichols. Anthony Bartholomew in third. He's got an 8.4 second lead over Casey Kelly. Pergentis getting it wrong. He just needs to take it easy. He doesn't want to break his car. He's still got a minute and 22 seconds left. All right. Bartholomew has gotten across Nichols on the scoring, so we're going to find them. They're coming into the chicane there. All right, so there's Thomas Nichols. I think Bartholomew is behind him now. No, Bartholomew's ahead of him. We missed him. So that's third right there, Thomas Nichols. In that final bump spot, he's 4.9 seconds ahead of fourth, Casey Kelly. There's Bartholomew coming through the speed bumps. He's clear of that traffic. There we go, that green and orange white wing car. So he got 10 seconds left to go. He's going to get one more lap. But Chad Pergentis getting out to that lead and never looking back. He's going to take this win. All righty, so Chad Pergentis, Anthony Bartholomew bumping up one more time. Great drive by Anthony. There you see him going across on the, So Thomas Nichols still going to bump up no matter what. Oh no, that's Toby Hampson. All righty, so congratulations, Chad Pergentis, Anthony Bartholomew. Up next is your Sportsman e-Truggy. I'll be right back. Let's get to our sponsors, and I'll be right back. All right. This is Sportsman e-buggy C main. Dylan Preston, John Kane, Leon Musselwhite, Eric Hill, Toot Hollingsworth, Mike Harris, George Spry, Ali Walker, Dan Dickinson, and no Alan Leon and Dakota Cotton. And they're off. Whoa! Oh! Oh, that was close for that truck just now. All right, so this white car, white wheels, yellow wing. I think that's Leon Musselwhite. Uh-oh. Says Dylan Preston, Leon Musselwhite, that white car, yellow wing. Toot Hollingsworth in third. That's our first car of Dylan Preston. Oh. Dylan Preston getting a little bit too excited. Here's the battle for second, third, and fourth. There's Toot and oh! Whoa, Toot. Oh, wow. Be careful, Toot. Now he's going to lose position to Dan Dickerson. So now he's going to have to make that all up again. Toot putting his elbows out. Oh, Dan getting it bad. All right, so let's follow Toot. As he's coming down the straightaway, he's going to set his sights on second place right in front of him. Oh, and Toot's going to get by. Actually, Toot's going to be in second and chasing down first. So that's first, second, and third. Toot now up to second. We got Dylan right in front of him with that purple and pink, and Toot in that all orange. Let's follow those two cars as now Toot is in the race lead. All righty, so around the 180 goes Toot, and behind them, Dylan Peterson and Leon Musselwhite are battling out, but Leon takes over that second spot, that white truggy yellow wing. And Toot wants to pull away now. He's got a 2.6 second lead, and Dylan gets back in front of him. I think that might have been Toot that fell off. Nope, Toot's right there. So Toot checking out a little bit here. Leon in that white car in that last transfer spot. And Toot having a good run. There we see Toot going through the rhythm section. Toot had an accident. Nope, sorry. That was Dylan that had an accident. There's Toot driving very smart, going through the rollers. I think that is Leon Musselwhite right behind him now. So Toot had an accident somewhere. They're coming up into some lap traffic. That's going to be Ali Walker, I think. Says Toot Hollingsworth, Leon Musselwhite, Dylan Peterson, Dan Dickerson, Eric Hill. Oh, wow. Keep following Toot. As Leon goes off track, and that's going to allow Dylan by. Toot coming up to some lap traffic. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Toot having some issues with his truggy in qualifying. That was a fast Marshall, whoever that was. Nope, it's just driving smart. Driving smart. Doesn't want to break his car. He has a 9-second lead. Toot looking to take the win here and bump up to tomorrow with 1 minute left to go. Driving very smart, young Toot. Yeah, because poor Toot, he hasn't had a good qualifying. Toot had a bad qualifying. Oh, wow. He doesn't want to break his buggy. Yep. All right, so Toot coming through the rhythm section. He's going to get one more lap. And it's 36.6. Oh, wow, Toot. And Toot coming over the rhythm section. And that's going to be a good win for young Toot Hollinsworth. Well done, Toot. Taking that win, followed by Dylan Preston, Leon the Musselwhite, Dan Dickerson, and Eric Hill. Dakota Cotton coming in 6th. Well done, young Toot. And he just, there we go. Good job, Tootsworth. Up next is your 40-plus e-buggy C main. Race 13 coming up. All right, so up next, your 40-plus e-buggy starting on Paul Tony Rooney, followed by Tim Forrest, Michael Watson, Kevin Miller, Kiefer Sora, Philip Carver, Michael Hine, Bob Capabianco, Corey Williams, Jeff Rubin, Brian DeRosier, Peter Bartel, Chris Austin, J.C. Farmer, and Cody Clark. All right, as these drivers go for their warm-up laps, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to our sponsors that have bought the 2023 and 22nd annual Fall Brawl on the roof. Team Losi Racing TLR, BeachRC.com, Reedy Electronics, Assault RC, Ultimate Racing TZO 200 Tires, Leadfinger Racing, Racecraft USA, J Concepts, Nitro Lux, Dialed RC Hobbies, Pro Circuit Tires RC Project, HB Racing, Exalt Electronics, Tekin Electronics, Spectrum Electronics, Factory Team, and S-Works. Tomorrow morning we will start racing at 8 a.m. EST. And I don't know who it is, but somebody is barbecuing up something nice out there. It is coming through, wafting through my hut. It smells great. Whoever it is, bring me a plate. I'd appreciate it. Up next after this is your 40-plus Nitro Buggy B-Man, our only B-Man of the night. One car is just in his own. That car should be over. Well, that one car, that white wing, he's just in the middle of the track. And they're off. Can we switch the camera, please? All right, so here are our leaders. Tony Rooney out front in that black wing, and I don't know who that is behind him. We'll find out when they come across the loop. Oh, no, Tony Rooney getting it wrong. And now Tim Forrest to the front, followed by Keith Versoa, Tony Rooney in second, Michael Watson, Kevin Miller, your top 5, JC Farmer in 6. We are currently following Tim Forrest, your leader, and behind him is Keith Versoa, and right behind him is Tony Rooney. And these guys can't make a mistake because there's a gaggle of cars looking to get up into those three transfer spots. And then we see Tim Forrest making a mistake. Oh, that's going to cost him big time. Tony Rooney, that looks like Tim Versoa who gets into the pipe. Tony Rooney out to the lead. And that is going to be an epic mistake for Tim Forrest. And Tony Rooney gets it wrong again right there. And Tony Rooney is now going to have Keith Versoa, Kevin Miller, Michael Watson, and Tim Forrest behind him. Oh, wow. That was an epic hit right there. So, oh, wow. So, I believe this is Kevin Miller right now that we're following. With that yellow wing. Oh, no, he's getting it wrong. So let's see how, I think that's Michael Watson now. Out in second, Techno Savage. Let's see when he comes by. Keith Versoa out to first. Okay. Tim Forrest. Okay, so we are currently following Keith Versoa. I didn't see where that happened. Keith Versoa off track. Tim Forrest, Tony Rooney. That's Tony Rooney right there. And that's Michael Watson behind him. So that's Tony Rooney in front. That's Tim Forrest. Tim Forrest is out front. That is Tony Rooney, who is currently scored in second, I believe. We'll see. No, there's Tony Rooney in that white car, black wing, who's now in second. And that's Brian DeRochier in that blue car. So this is Tony Rooney back out the front. Brian DeRochier from 11th. Oh, man. Tony Rooney and Brian DeRochier, Tim Forrest, Kevin Miller. So we have switched so many times to lead her. It is hard to follow. But Tony Rooney, a pole sitter, back out in front. And behind him, I want to say, is Tim Forrest. We'll see how it shakes out for the rest of the pack. But this is Tony Rooney out front, followed by Tim Forrest. Oh, man, Tony Rooney getting it wrong there. There's Brian DeRochier in that blue car. Let's see. Ooh, wow. Big run by Tim Forrest. And he is now in front. Tony Rooney in second. Kevin Miller in third. Brian DeRochier dropping down to fifth. Michael Watson in fourth. Oh, no. Kevin Miller getting it wrong. So Tony Rooney, Tim Forrest getting it wrong. Tony Rooney out front. Now Kevin Miller into the lead in that aqua and blue white car. Tony Rooney back in the lead. So this is the battle for first. Kevin Miller taking it. I want to say that's Tim Forrest right behind him, and Michael Watson's got to be in her somewhere. This might be Michael Watson here. Let's see when he comes across the loop. I do not know his color scheme. That's Kevin Miller up front. Tim Forrest in second. Michael Watson now into third. Tony Rooney back down to fourth. Keith Versoa in fifth. We got 11 seconds left to go. Yes, we are staying on the leader. Zoom out. Oh, no. Oh, wow. They have a gaggle of cars right there. So it is going to be, oh wow, great driving. Oh wow, I don't know who is in front. Kevin Miller gonna come by. He's gonna take the win. Tim Forrest. Let's see when they come by. Let's go back. We still haven't finished the race. All right, so Kevin Miller, Tim Forrest, Corey Williams coming from ninth all the way up to third. So good job. To Kevin Miller, Tim Forrest in second. Corey Williams third. They're going to bump up and race tomorrow. So our early B-man of the night, 40-plus Nitro buggy up next. So this is a 15-minute B-main 40-plus Nitro buggy. All right, so starting on pole for this race is Ofer Camarion, followed by Mike Kendall, Rob Lupo, and Tony Edwards, Toby Hampson, Josh Fine. How you doing, buddy? Brandon Swisher, Will Walker, P. Word RC, Jody Johnson, Kevin Bullock, Johnny DeSanti, Anthony Bartholomew, Dennis Brewer, Greg Smith, your bumper uppers. All right, so we're on race number 14. Two more races left tonight. Up next is the Sportsman e-buggy race. All right, so we're waiting. We got just a 1 minute call real quick as we try to get this car started. There we go. There we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. I have a feeling it's going to leave that. Okay. Good job, Omar. And they're off. All right, so it looks like we don't have a. Okay, there's Rob Lupo. Not sure where Antonio Edwards is. Oh, that was carnage. Pure carnage out there in the back straight. All right, let's see how it all shakes out. I think that's Rob Lupo up front. Rob Lupo out front. Let's see who the cars are behind him. Rob Lupo, Brandon Swisher, Antonio Edwards, Antonio Bartholomew. So 13th all the way to 4th for Antonio. Rob Lupo getting it wrong off that jump. That's going to allow Brandon Swisher by. There's Antonio Edwards going off the jump. There's Bartholomew. So there is our 13th starter at his second bump. He's bumping up in the intermediate man as well. Nope, that's Brandon Swisher. Brandon Swisher getting it wrong. There goes Bartholomew by for that second spot. So Bartholomew coming from 13th all the way to second now. So Bartholomew having a great Saturday night. This will be his. Oh, wow. He hits that pipe. Oh, that's going to. Oh, wow. All right, Danny, let's drop back. Let's drop back. We have a battle between 3rd and 4th and all that stuff going on now. All right, hold it there on the line. Hold it there on the line. All right, so Brandon Swisher getting it big wrong. That's going to allow Kevin Bullock by. And right behind Kevin Bullock is going to be Swisher, but Anthony Bartholomew. That is Rob Lupo. All right, so it's Rob Lupo, Brandon Swisher, Josh Fine. And Will Walker now up to 4th. We are on board with Rob Lupo, I want to say. No, that's Brandon Swisher. And that's Josh Fine right behind them. So Josh Fine in that green car. So Josh Fine in that green car, black wing. He is now into 2nd. So that's actually the battle for 1st and 2nd right now. So we got a Josh Fine getting it wrong. That's going to allow Brandon Swisher by again. Oh, man. All right, let's get back on Brandon Swisher and Josh Fine. I am confused. What the hell? All right, that's Brandon Swisher right there. I know, looks like Dennis Bruce out. Thus ends his bump campaign. Brandon Swisher to the lead. Rob Lupo in 2nd. Will Walker now up to 3rd. So Will Walker 9/10 of a second back. Zoom out a little bit. We can catch the whole battle. There we have the battle, 1, 2, and 3. That is 1, 2, and 3 right there. Will Walker, that orange and blue car. Rob Lupo getting it wrong, casing that jump. Will Walker getting it wrong, out of shot. So Will Walker back in 3rd, but I think he has Kevin Bullock right behind him. Brandon Swisher by, though, he is out to a 3.5 second lead over Rob Lupo. Will Walker 1.6 back. Kevin Bullock, Josh Fine, your top 5. Anthony Bartholomew 1.8 seconds back. Actually, the top 6 all separated by 9.9 seconds. So we are on board with Brandon Swisher. Nope, that is Rob Lupo right now. Rob Lupo 3.5 seconds back of Brandon on that last lap. Now that is down to 3 seconds. Will Walker in a battle with KB. KB up to third now. So let's drop back to third and fourth. Oh. There is all right, so Brandon Swisher still up front, followed by Rob Lupo, Kevin Bullock, Josh Fine, Will Walker, your top 5. So here's our leader we're following right now. There's Josh Fine. We got 6 minutes down. We'll start seeing some pits here. Remember, this is a 15-minute race. I think most are going to try and go 7:30 to make it 1 pit stop. Wow. I think that was Rob Lupo avoiding some serious damage. Or Kevin. So there's Rob Lupo. In front of him is Kevin Bullock. So that's the battle for second right there. Josh Fine right behind him. So this is the battle for second. Rob Lupo going to take over second. And that's KB. Oh, wow, KB getting it wrong. Exactly, and Josh Fine is right behind him. Oh, wow, woo! Oh, no. That is a bad spot to flip over. Rob Lupo stuck down there. And we are currently on board with KB, who's in second. Josh Fine right behind him. Behind them, Antonio Edwards. So that's KB, Kevin Bullock. Oh, wow. All right, let's follow these guys in. KB coming in for fuel. That's a good pit stop right there by Jason Smith. Very good pit stop for KB. Josh Fine now 8.6 back of KB. Rob Lupo 2.2 back. So Rob Lupo trying to catch up to Josh Fine and getting that third bump off spot after that long lap. Right now, we're following our second place car, Kevin Bullock. He is going to be 3 seconds back of Brandon Swisher. So Brandon Swisher came in for some fuel. They should all be good for fuel. There is Brandon Swisher, that black wing car. All right, so Brandon Swisher, Kevin Bullock, Josh Fine, Rob Lupo, Will Walker. That's your top 5, and we are on board with our leader, Brandon Swisher, in that black wing white car. He's looking pretty solid out there. Got a 3-second lead on KB. Oh no, Swisher getting it wrong, but lands on all 4s. 12 seconds back of KB now. In front of KB, I should say. 5 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in this race. Anything can happen. Brandon Swisher with a 12-second lead, and he came by earlier. Let's see now. So Swisher comes by for 38-2. Kevin Bullock and Josh Fine embroiled in a battle. They're separated by 9/10 of a second. Let's get on the line. So let's find Kevin Bullock and Josh Fine. All right, so there's Kevin Bullock, that all-white car, gray wing, yellow wheels. He's currently in second. Josh Fine is 1.7 seconds back of him. Josh Fine dropping way back now. Josh Fine way back. Way back. Rob Lupo now back up to third. But he's 12.3 seconds back. So let's drop back off of Kevin. All right, so when we come to the line, let's just stay there and wait for Rob Lupo to come by. Stay right there, Patrick. Stay on the line right here, please. So there's KB coming by. Stay. We're on board with Rob Lupo as he comes. Oh, man. Crossing the camera for Rob Lupo. Every time the camera gets on him, he makes a mistake. That's going to allow Josh Fine back by. Rob Lupo dropping all the way back down to fifth. Oh, man, that is bad for Lupo. Let's just find our third place driver, Josh Fine. He's in third. Just Josh Fine getting ready to come across the loop now. Josh Fine coming down the straightaway. That's just Fine third. All right, says Brandon Fisher, Kevin Bullock, Josh Fine, your top three. They'll bump up. Will Walker, 4.4 back of Josh Fine. We're currently following Kevin Bullock, who's in second. He has a 14.2 second lead over second. There's actually, man, I don't know who that was. I think that might be Rob Lupo, but he's going to be down a lap. Oh, wow, KB getting a big one. That divot is back in the front face of that jump. Brandon Fisher, Kevin Bullock, Josh Fine, Will Walker, Rob Lupo, Johnny DeSanti, Greg Smith, Anthony Bartholomew, Jody Johnson, Tony Edwards, your top 10. Well, in fourth place, Will Walker is 11.2 seconds back of Josh Fine. So he's way out of that transfer spot with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go. He needs some really bad laps like Kevin Bullock or a breakage from him, and we might get that because Kevin Bullock is showing a long red line. Will Walker coming by, and he's going to take over that third spot. Just as I say this, Kevin Bullock having an issue. So Will Walker now in third. 10 seconds back of Josh Fine. Kevin Bullock having a problem. He's going to drop down. I think he broke. But Will Walker now, the big winner here, he's going to live to bump into that A main tomorrow. If 1 minute and 12 seconds, he's just got to keep it on all fours because Kevin Bullock looks to be out. Yep, Kevin Bullock is dropping down. So Kevin Bullock is out of this race, it looks like. Will Walker coming by, that's a 36.4 for him. Brandon Fisher out front, 19.3 seconds. 55 seconds left to go in this race. And Brandon Swisher got up to that lead and never looked back. Josh Fine comfortable in that second spot. He's going to bump up to that A main. Will Walker as well. Will Walker going smart. Double single over that line. All right, as we come on to our leader right there. 23 seconds left. He's going to get one more lap as he comes through the rhythm section here. This is going to be at 35.9 for Brandon. This will be his victory lap. 7 seconds left to go in this race. Oh, no, getting it wrong right there. Oh, man, he is getting smashed all over the place by lap traffic. Josh Fine done. Will Walker going to be done. Will Walker going to take that third spot, but right here, Brandon Swisher, you're going to win this race and live to race tomorrow in the A final. Well done to Brandon Fisher, Josh Fine, and Will Walker. Good job by those guys. Well done, absolutely great. Kevin Bullock, Greg Smith, John DeSanti, Rob Lupa, Anthony Bartholomew. That's going to end his bump session in 40 plus Nitro Buggy. Jody Johnson, Toby Hansen, Tony Edwards, Mike Kendall, Dennis Root, P Word, and Alfira not making the start. We got 2 races left to go. Up next, Scotty Powell, Brendan Creasos, Dennis Bruce, Zach Wright, Michael Hine, Tim Forrest, Joshua Varney, J.C. Farmer, Ronnie Bowman, Leon Musselwhite, Phil Connolly, Jeremy Lawrence, Matthew Geist, George Schlick, and Charlie Lay. What's up, Derek? How you doing, good buddy? Quick test. Patrick, can you hear me? Hey, Patrick, can you hear Lefty? Thank you, sir. Patrick, can you hear me? No, we can't. Hey, Patrick, can you hear me? Can you hear Lefty, Patrick? Hey, Patrick, can you hear me out there? Nope, he doesn't hear me at all. Okay. That's right. That's because I got my... All right, let's get ready for the Sportsman e-buggy. Scotty Powell, Brendan Creasos, Dennis Bruce, Zach Wright, Michael Hines starting in your top 5, followed by Tim Forrest, Joshua Varney, J.C. Farmer, Ronnie Bowman, Leon Musselwhite, Phil Connolly, Jeremy Lawrence, Matthew Geist, George Schleich, and Charlie Lay. All right, so we got that all sorted out. Lucky you, Derek. Lucky you. I'm going to sleep on my chair again tonight. My recliner. That's so comfortable. And they're off. Oh, that's... Okay, not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, that was not pretty. But anyway, let's get back to our leaders here. I don't know who this is going to be. I think this is Zach Wright here. So let's see as they come across the line here. Zach Wright, something wrong with his car. So it's going to be Dennis Brew, Josh Varney, George Slick, Scotty Powell, Tim Forrest. So what was that? Dennis Brew out front. Oh, Dennis Brew getting it wrong. And Dennis Brew going to have Joshua Varney right behind him. All right, so let's see. I think that's George Slick right there in that all-black car. Josh Varney out front, Scotty Powell, Brandon Creaso, so Dennis Brew not in front. So George Slick. Oh, man. That is pure carnage out there. Oh, boy. So I think this is Scotty Powell out in front. And Brandon Creaso's in that all-black car. We'll find out here very shortly. George Slick in that green and yellow car. I know that. Oh, wow. I think that was Brandon Creos getting it wrong. Yep. Scotty Powell, Josh Varney, Brandon Creos, George Slick. From 14th to 3rd with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. That is the leader, Scotty Powell, right behind him, Joshua Varney. And George Slick, way back. But he's about to be in a battle with Brandon Creasos. And that looks like, so I think Brandon Creasos got by George Slick. George Slick dropping way down. He's now down in 7th. Might have broke. Scotty Powell, Joshua Viner, Brandon Creasos, Michael Hine up to 4th, JC Farmer in 5th. So, oh, that was somebody that got it wrong. Big send nose high over that big ski jump. So I think we got a battle. We got 90 seconds left to go. So green wing, we'll find out who that is when it comes by. Somebody getting stuffed in the pipe. Let's see when they come across the lap. Scotty Powell still out front. No, Scotty Powell dropping weight on. Brandon Creasos out front now. Joshua Varney and Scotty Powell down to 3rd. There's Brandon Creasos, that all-black car. Behind him, Joshua Varney. You are following Scotty Powell right now. Joshua Varney, sorry, who's our leader. Scotty Powell out front. Joshua Varney should take that 2nd spot. Let's see. Yes, he does. And Brandon Creasos. Wow, he's going to, I think JC Farmer's going to take over that 3rd spot, and he does. Brandon Creasos having a 50-second lap. Wow, he went from 1st to a 50-second lap. But right now we are following Scotty Powell, that yellow wing, pink, white, and blue car. That's the end of the race here with Scotty Powell taking a victory. He's going to bump up. There we see Scotty coming into the pits. Joshua Varney going to come 2nd. And JC Farmer, though, embroiled in a battle. If we just follow that, we can see it. All right, so Joshua Varney finishing in 3rd, and Charlie Lay and Brandon Creasos swapping positions at the end. Michael Hine up to 5th, so a top 5 finish for Michael Hine. in the C main. So well done to Scotty Hall, JC Farmer, Joshua Varney. They bump up to the B main tomorrow. Up next, the intermediate e-buggy C main. This will be our last race of the night. And we will be done. We will be starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST. B mains and A mains tomorrow. All single 10-minute A mains for electrics. 15-minute B mains. It's a shame there isn't any short course trucks running this track. That is perfect for him. I probably would do well here, except for those big jumps, but there's no wind out there. Thank you, Rory Holler, man. It's going to be a shower and straight to sleep tonight. Up next, your last race tonight, intermediate E-buggy C-man, Tony Roney, Corey Williams, Jeff Rubin, Riley Fine, Brandon Stevens, Jacob Hartman, Peter Bartel, Charles Cottle, Kevin Miller, Chris Hunt, Matthew Walters, Wyatt Van Fleet, Jason Mallory, Brian Shornight, and no, Alan Leon. There's no ocean nearby here, Rory. Only a lake full of alligators. I mean, the ocean's nearby, but not nearby here. It's about 20, 30 minutes. I don't know how far away it is. There's Peter Bartel. Wyatt Van Fleet right next to him. All right, Corey Williams up there rocking the flannel. Last race of the night, 10 seconds to the start as they're going to get gridded up. But oh, wow. Where's that guy going? That's what I say, Rory. So who's that black car that just went driving through everybody? All right, we're about to get this last main of the night sorted. Let's get ready to start. All right, we'll get ready to start. Last race of the night. And they are off. Oh, wow, and he jumped right off the track. He clipped that track. He clipped that pipe. Oh, man, some carnage out there. Whoa, that guy did a like 960 just now. Oh, wow. I'm surprised that car survived that. Our leader goes over. I have no idea who's in the lead at the moment. We'll find out when they come across the loop. This blue car coming up over around the 180. That's going to be Brandon Stevens from 5th to 1st. Followed by Jeff Rubin, Riley Fine, Wyatt Van Fleet, Charles Cottle. So we got 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go, and Brandon Stevens is back in front from Jeff Rubin. Riley Fine currently scored in third, according to our computer. Not sure if he is when he comes across the line, as we see Brandon Stevens come by. Jeff Rubin, 1.4 back of him. Charles Cotto now in third. Matthew Waters in fourth. Jacob Hartman in fifth. Riley Fine dropping down to sixth. Matthew Waters, the big mover, from 11th to 4th. Brandon Stevens now stretching out that lead over Jeff Rubin to quite a significant lead, because Jeff Rubin's going to drop down to fourth, and Charles Cardo and Matthew Waters move up to the top spots. So Jeff Rubin is down in fourth now. Charles Cardo up to second, and Matthew Waters in third. Brandon Stevens now 6.2 seconds up. So let's see when they come across the line here. Charles Cotto still in second. Matthew Waters in third. But he has Wyatt Van Fleet 0.8 of a second back of him. Wyatt in that black car, all black. So Wyatt Van Fleet in that all black. And that battle has dissolved and fizzled out. And Matthew Walters got some breathing here. Here you see Brandon Stevens currently in first, jumping into the rhythm section. And Charles Cotto actually got Matthew Waters right behind him now. About 2.5 seconds back. So I think he got by. So that is now the move for second. That yellow wing car of Matthew Waters now in second. Going to give it back to Cotto. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. 90 seconds left to go in this race. Cotto getting it wrong. So Matthew Waters with that yellow wing, he is, oh no, that's going to be carnage. Matthew Waters to second, Cotto into third. Riley Fine with 0.9 of a second back on Riley Fine, that white car, battle for position. Riley Fine coming up to take away that position of transfer spot. Riley Fine makes a pass in the air. Riley Fine, that white car, black wing, yellow wheels. He is now in third. Oh no, he's going to give it back. Oh no, he keeps it on all fours. This is the battle for second. Riley Fine now coming up on Matthew Waters for second. Riley Fine, that white car, black wing. He just made a massive move up to the last transfer spot as he comes across the line now. In third, he is separated by 1.6 of a second from Matthew Walters. So Riley Fine currently in third, chasing down Matthew Walters. They got 7 seconds left to go. They might get by for one more lap. I think they will. Walters getting it wrong. But that is going to allow, you know what? That's going to allow Charles Cotto by. Matthew Walters lost it on the last lap. He lost it on the absolute last lap. He lost it on the last lap. But Brandon Stevens and Riley Fine still going. Oh, man, Matthew Walters going to be mad. J.C. Farmer didn't get him in time, but here's the one who flipped over. So Brandon Stevens, Riley Fine, Charles Cotto all going to bump up and race on that B-main tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for joining us all day today here on the live stream. That is it for us tonight. We are done at 10:24. Well done to Lance McDonald. Thank you to all the Elite RC crew. Gene Sharp Jr., Patrick Rossiter, and Danny Pass for all their hard work. We'll be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. with the B-mains and A-mains. You'll have a good night's rest, and we will talk to you tomorrow. This is the 2023 and 22nd Fall Brawl. Lefty is out.